Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1852. 1852. I'm Mike Matthews. The name of the show is called
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And I'm singing to you from this town called Podcastro Valentino. You would love to come here, especially today, because it's Saturday and it's sunny and it's the Bay Area and yay and whatever. So today's show, we're going to discuss something called
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Pictures, my friend, pictures. A vital part of this show called
Mike's
Daily Podcast. Daily Podcast. Daily Podcast.
Yeah!
Is I feature pictures. I have the podcast picture every single show. I've been doing that since the beginning. 1852 shows back. And I was looking at a picture just a little while ago from 8 years ago, I think. And it was a friend of mine got married. And I flew all the way out to Washington, D.C. to cheer him on. And it was a different time back then. When I look at these pictures, not only did I have a goatee that just had a tinge of gray in it, it now would be full gray if I grew out my goatee. But yes, it was a time when I was married. So there are pictures with my now ex-wife. There are pictures of people that I don't talk to much anymore. In fact, the groom, I haven't talked to in years. But I went out there and I had fun, and I remember it being humid. Wow. It's Washington, D.C. Look out. The whole East Coast, I guess. Well, although I hear right now it's been pretty nice. Anyway. Podcast pictures. And you can see the podcast picture at MikesDailyPodcast1851Remember. But change is an interesting thing, isn't it?
And here's today's podcast picture.
And podcast pictures, or pictures in general, can be good, and they can also just kill you. You know, you see someone that was alive that's no longer, or someone that you were friends with and you're no longer friends. You know, times change. And that reminder is there in the picture. And so sometimes not so good. But yet you can learn so much from a picture. You remember things and go, oh yeah, oh wow, I've come a long way. Or, you know, in a good way or in a bad way. I need to change something. I see something here that I used to be, that I used to do. Well, yeah, another thing is the pictures show you that when you were younger, and there's nothing we can do about that. Although I was just Basil. Hey, so speaking of pictures, should I include a picture of the sheep that Basil was? So he didn't bark at him, but he got to see him, and maybe that's what I'll do. The podcast picture is of sheep. No, we won't do that. Oh, that was another sad thing was. There's a sheep herder that I know. He's okay, but one of his dogs that I saw a year ago is now no longer with us. He was actually attacked by a coyote, even though this dog was trying to protect a bunch of sheep and goats. As this type of dog, I think it's a border collie, or is it the Australian Shepherd? I think it's the Australian Shepherd now that I think about it. You know, these dogs protect the herd. This is what they grew up doing. And they're super smart. And unfortunately, in this case, the carnivore, the thing trying to attack the sheep, the goats, ended up winning. But, so, a moment of silence. Everybody quiet here at Cafe Anyway. Dang it. For the dog known as Ty. Yes, a dog named Ty. And so you can see the picture, not of Ty. I don't think I have a picture of Ty anywhere. All right, I'll tell you what the picture is in just a moment. But yeah, that's sad. And it's a hard life, the sheep herders do. Now, you might be asking, Mike, you live in the Bay Area. Why are there sheep herders? Why are there goats and sheep? Well, we have this weed abatement program that's actually quite useful. And they've got these sheep herders that go around and they make sure that the hills are no longer full of weeds, and that they, I found a stop. All right, it's the horses. You probably already know this because you're listening to the podcast and I've already posted the picture. These two horses were being friendly to each other. And I've posted pictures, I think, of these two horses before. And that's also in the Bay Area. See, we've got so much wildlife in the Bay Area, not just in San Francisco, but all these mountains around and lots of ranches and farms. And actually, I know the story about these two horses. They were former racing horses. In fact, they still retain the names that they had when they raced. But I think one of them's Lucky, and the other one's called Dice, I think, something like that. And so you can see that picture at MikesDailyPodcast.com. They are two horses that live on this one range of land that I believe is East Bay Regional Park District. Belongs to the East Bay, it's like a local forestry, nature preserve. And I think they just had this past week a big fundraiser that they do where they raise money they buy lands and then turn them into parks. And we have some of the biggest land mass area that's been turned into this preserve, the East Bay Regional Park District. So this is part of that. And these two horses, if you can have horses that live in particular areas that belong to the East Bay Regional Park District, you somehow, I don't know how that works, but this guy that I've run into many times in Castro Valley, he has these two horses. So you can see that at MikesDailyPodcast.com and enjoy that, because that's what it's there for. The myriad of pictures at MikesDailyPodcast.com. My girlfriend told me today, or a couple days back, hell, it was 3 years ago. I don't know. Wait, I haven't known her for 3 years. Anyway, my girlfriend said she's never ridden a horse. And I thought, well, heck, everyone's ridden a horse. I got to ride a horse. I lived in Southern California. We had this place called Hanson Dam, and our school would take us out there and show us how to ride a horse. Well, I don't think people know how to do that. Not everyone knows or has done it. And I haven't done it in a long time. As we go outside a cafe anyway, where I bring you Mike's Daily Podcast, Summer Podcast, Valentino, the last place on earth, I think maybe I should ride a horse. And remember that bond with nature. Although the horse is going to look at me and go, "You've got to be kidding me." Speaking of horses, look who's here. Hi, Mark. It's Benita the Rodeo Queen. How are you doing? I didn't bring my horse Nelly today. No horse Nelly? No, Mark Matthews. Okay. How's Nelly doing? She fine. Good. Do you like this picture of the horses at MikesDailyPodcast.com? Yeah, it's good. Look who else is here. As well. Outside of Cafe Anyway.
It's a disgruntled fiddle player, tell you what.
What?
Took me a while to get over to the microphone. Mike, horses are beautiful animals. You must respect them, though.
Yeah, that's interesting, because when I took this picture, right afterwards, one of the horses walked towards me and my dog doesn't, he's like, there was a time when he was a puppy, he liked to bark at him and run away, but now there are these big things, and he's like, let's get the hell out of here.
That's a great story, Mike.
Thank you. Hey, look who else is here.
Hello, Mike. I make the delicious root beer. Have some right now. I'll cut you.
Oh, don't cut me. Yes. So, pictures. There was a time not too long ago when I didn't have a girlfriend. And I was, I guess, looking back on my life, taking stock, that I would look at a lot of pictures. And in today's world, where we can take pictures so quickly and upload them and let the whole world see them, which you probably shouldn't do. You want some privacy. But yet it's good to look at those pictures from time to time and say, hey, that memory is worth remembering. And then other stuff, you just got to get your head out of that and go, you know what? I got to make some more memories. And that's what the show is about, making memories. Like that Keith Urban song. Is it, what was that called? Making memories with you. Something like that. All right. That's the end of the show. That's all I can bring you today. I'm on a time crunch. Ooh. Next show, it'll be, let's see. We won't have a show tomorrow on Sunday, but I will try and bring you one on Monday. You can hear me in the Bay Area on a radio station on both Sunday morning and Monday morning on 92.1 FM. That's 92.1 FM. I will be on that radio station on Sunday morning and Monday morning, so please enjoy that. And you can give me a call at 336-MM Daily. That's 336-MM Daily. Enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day weekend. Make some memories, remember some memories, and be the best you can be.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.